Hello my Fumble family and welcome back to another story time video. Today I tell you the story about how I met a butt ton of my Roblox friends in real life. So without further ado, please open your books to page 1 and get to reading.
The time that I met Flamingo, Temprist, and Jayingee in real life.
I'm gonna go ahead and skip past the boring parts because who wants to hear those anyway?
Oh, thank God, those parts are so boring.
Yeah, well, anyways.
I'll start here. When Raven, Albert, and I were walking up to the doors of the Airbnb that all of our friends were staying at. As we stepped out of the Uber and onto the driveway of the Airbnb that we were all staying in for the trip, you could hear the faint screams of our Uber driver yelling about the fart that I had planted in their car just before exiting the vehicle. Don't blame me. I was really excited. Because right in front of me stood the house that my friends from Roblox were all inside of. Other than Albert. He met us at the airport.
Thanks, Albert.
Anyways, I was nervous, so I let out a scream of fear to try to ward off my anxiety. Like so. And then Albert and Raven wanted to join in, so they also let out screams, like so. Just kidding. That didn't happen. Once we reached the door, a godlike figure appeared. This godlike figure was none other than the legend, Jake. One hecka good-looking dude who also happens to look like a real-life JoJo character, but, like, in a good way. The godlike figure then said, "Hey guys," in a really nice and friendly tone of voice, to which we all replied, "Hey, hi, and howdy." This was my second time ever meeting Jake, and it was just exciting as the first, but at this point, I hadn't even seen Temprist or his brother Unequip in real life, so I had no clue what they were going to look like. Suddenly, two handsome people appeared from behind the house. Those two handsome people were none other than Temprist and Unequip. I immediately stopped them in their tracks and tried to guess which one of them was Temprist and which one of them was Unequip. They stood there silently as I judged them with my undying gaze. And then, I guessed correctly. Which one of you is Temprist? It's you!
Wow, good job, noob.
Anyways, it felt super cool to see all my friends in person for the first time. I mean, I had seen Albert and Jake before in person, but never all of them at once. We all headed off really well and started having a good time right away. Cheering sounds as we all dance and have fun. Woo! Oh yeah, I am totally having fun and totally not just reading lines off a script that it tells me to have fun. Raven and I had arrived pretty late into the night, so most things were closed at this point.
However, a legendary place known as
The mall was still open. So we decided to go to the mall, where I then looked around in awe at expensive and interesting stores that LA has to offer.
We went to the mall a few times, so I'm just gonna sort of mash them all together like some sort of weird Frankenstein.
So at the mall, we took some cute pictures.
Wow, it's cute.
Albert straight up bought a Tesla. Good choice in car, I'm pretty sure he still drives it. Give me this.
Okay.
He also bought Temprist some yummy chocolates. Ooh woo. Chocolates are good. And then Raven, Jake, and Unequip all robbed the Apple store at gunpoint. Put all your products in the bag and... Okay, that didn't actually happen. But I did get yelled at by a mall security guy for sliding down the stair railing.
Hey, stop being so cool.
After having a blast at the mall, we headed back to the B&B, where Albert then said, "Hey idiots, do you want to play some hide and seek?" We all replied in excitement, "Heck the frick yeah, dude!" Then Temprist was it. I got found right away, so who actually cares about the rest of the hide and seek match? I got found. So we all went to sleep. And the next morning, we awoke and went out for breakfast at this really fancy and cool place called Crossroads. I'm pretty sure we all just wanted to go there because Crossroads is also the name of a Roblox game.
Roblox.
After eating our fancy breakfast, we headed back out into the city and decided to check out the fashion district.
Which is like super fancy stores, like hecka fancy stores. I'm talking
Gucci, Prada. It was actually really cool to walk around these stores. It was even more fun to steal mass amounts of their products. I felt like it was more like a museum than a store because everything was the price of a fully preserved dinosaur carcass.
Speaking of dinosaur carcasses, we got hungry.
I am of the hunger. Yes. So we went back to the B&B where we proceeded to order a lot of food. Hey, your food's here.
Give me that pizza.
Hey, you need to pay! No. We ate food, hung out, laughed, and had a good time for the rest of the night. Oh yeah, and Raven and I also met up with Paige and had a fight to the death. Nah, just kidding. We had dinner at this really cute vegan place. It was nice. Paige is lit. The next morning, we headed back out into the city. Raven and I stopped by some thrift stores. Jake took a walk to somewhere.
If you want to find me, I'll be somewhere.
And eventually, we all met back up for breakfast.
Fast forward a bit and we get to possibly the most exciting part of the whole trip.
Drum roll, please. Climbing the Hollywood Hills. /mountains. We began this daring adventure by taking an Uber up the hill as high as we could. The Uber eventually stopped the car and said, "This is as high as I can take you. You're gonna have to go alone from here. Good luck." So we left the Uber and proceeded up the hill. I honestly think it was a mountain, so I don't know why I'm calling it a hill. Anyways, we traversed up the mountain, climbing the steepest and most narrow roads that I've ever seen in my life. Also passing some of the most expensive houses I've ever seen in my life. Cars would pass by giving us strange looks like,
Who the heck are these random people climbing in my residential neighborhood mountain?
but we paid them no mind. We proceeded as far as we could until someone, let's just say like Raven, I'm guessing, pointed out an amazing view of a mountain, like so.
Wow, that mountain looks heckin' good.
We stopped to take some pictures, took in the view, and began to head back down the mountain once we were done. And we did so quite quickly, like so.
Why is this happening?
Oh, okay, we're here, at the bottom of the mountain. The next day was the very last day of our trip, and also kind of a terrifying day. Because that was when the virus stuff began to happen. The news just started to talk about the spread of the virus, and things got really scary after that, so I think all of us just kind of wanted to get home and be safe.
This was like before quarantine happened even, like people weren't even wearing masks yet.
So we spent the last day hanging out, having a good time together, and also being full of anxiety.
We then said our goodbyes, knowing somewhat well that we would not see each other for at least a little while.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. And we totally did not exchange smoochies. Hoo-woo.
Or did we?
No, we didn't. We didn't do that.
The next day, we arrived back home, and though I haven't been able to see them since, I know I will again at some point. Hopefully soon, I don't know. Hopefully. Goodbye.